G'day UQ Surfers. Today we're having microphone issues with my GoPro, but fear not. We will continue this awesome how to fix your surfboard guide for amateurs. I'm about to give you a prolonged and kinda useless run through of the materials used to repair a surfboard. Now, I'm about to go impromptu here and make up some word sentences on the spot. Go easy on me. First up, there are some nice premixed gel resins, which are the glue that fill the holes and turn the fiber cloth into glass. There are some different varieties. Some, for example, are filled with some fiber cloth,
so that the fiber bits will make it stronger than the regular glue on its own, and often you don't even need to put the fiber cloth over it. So an application of just the sun cure or solar res, and that can be just enough to fix your board. You'll see here it's important. There's a difference between the epoxy and the polyester resins. If you apply a polyester resin on an epoxy board, it will burn through the epoxy foam material and leave a big hole in the middle of your board. So do not ever use polyester resin on an epoxy board.
ever.
The epoxy resin can be used on both polyester and epoxy because it's a more gentle kind of chemical reaction. The rest of the items that we will need to use are sandpaper
To clean, shape,
and polish the board, the fiber cloth. If we're using a bigger board repair, like a bigger ding that we're fixing and we want to give extra strength, we will then finish with a layer of the fiber cloth. A little squeegee, which will help, smooth out the glue. Here is a microfiber filler. So if you've got a big hole in your board and you want to fill it up with not just glue, because glue is quite heavy, add in this white powder and it acts almost as a foam glue substitute. Here we have the resins. These are the glues that are going to be used to fill the hole and then make the fiber cloth then stick or turn into glass. A bit of acetone to clean the surfboard to like at the very beginning, and then small little things like scissors to cut the cloth, a nice Stanley knife to clean the whole area, and a bit of masking tape in case you need the filler or the glass to kind of hold its shape. Here is the board that we're going to be repairing. You can see the damage here is on the nose, so the glass has come loose here, it's broken through here and here as well. The first step is to clean out the entire dirty or broken glass. From here we can see that there's a bit of an old repair, so we want to get rid of any of the old bits of glue that are broken in the way, and we're just going to have to reshape a lot of it. Quite commonly we'll have to, or quite often, we'll have to actually remove all kind of loose bits of glass itself, so don't be shy when it comes to actually taking chunks of the glass out in certain situations. Actually removed a lot of the glass around the nose because before the line through there would have created just a lot of weakness in it, and the board and the glass wouldn't have been perfectly stuck through. So this way we can provide a little bit, we can make a little bit of a shape on the nose and then reglass this entire front section again. Usually you'll sand the glass back, which gets rid of all the oil and dirt, but also creates a little bit of like a rough surface for the new glue to really stick onto. We have different grits of sandpaper that we'll use. Usually 60 or 80 is a good starting grit. So you see P80, and it's really coarse, rough, and this will help take off a lot of material really quickly. And then we have finer grits, such as the 320 and then 600. And this then allows you to get into a smoother, finer sand, and 600, 800, 1000 is then polishing paper. It's very fine grits. I will use a bit of the 80 grit sandpaper to clean the glass on the board.
Oh, hey there. To help us shape the nose and prevent the filler from dripping everywhere, we will use some masking tape to create a mold. I think I'm saying something really important, but I have no idea anymore. So, make sure you apply more filler than necessary. It is easy to sand back and shape the filler when it's mixed with the microfibers. One big application is more convenient than doing several smaller. Alright, here we go. Find a disposable cup. Add Suncure resin. Add microfiber. Stir. Add more microfiber. Explain to Grandad that, yeah, I'll wear my dust mask. Stir. Pour filler into masking tape mold. And here's a quick look at the nose, but I pour a bit more over the foam anyway. It's important to get a resin that has UV cure written on it, so that it dries faster in the sun. If your resin does not have UV cure, you can buy a UV cure catalyst to mix with it. Here we can remove the masking tape once it is harder. Allow it to harden further. Within 5 minutes it will be very hard, however, I recommend waiting 15 to 30 minutes to ensure the deepest parts are strongly set into the board. It is very frustrating when the whole thing falls off because you didn't wait long enough. While waiting for it to dry, it is important to have a solid sanger to keep up your energy levels for the Arbo surf. Nice. As promised, here's my dust mask. But seriously, the dust is very dangerous to your lungs. Now we begin sanding.
So here we start going along the edge until it feels like it's in the correct shape that we want. If we need, we can do another application if we go too far, but hopefully that'll be enough. So we're using the 80 grit sandpaper and a piece of cork, which is just useful, makes it easier on your hands if you use it like this.
Cannot remember what I said here, but I know even if the microphone did work, you'd just be distracted by my party hat, cone head, facial underwear. Yeah, let's just skip this bit. Basically, keep sanding, make it smooth. Next, we're going to wrap some fiber cloth around it.
Once we got it into the right shape, we will then add the resin. It is important when you apply the fiber cloth to the surfboard that there's no bubbles in it and that all the pieces of cloth are actually quite wet.
Measure and prepare the cloth. Get ready for the prostate examination glue application. Warning, this stuff's impossible to get off your hands. Please use gloves. Pour and spread. Flip board and repeat. Flip board again. Make sure there are no bubbles. The top will be rough, but that's okay. We'll sand it back to smooth anyway. Move it out to the sun when it's ready. It will begin to harden immediately. Blah, blah, blah. God, I talk a lot. Let me get serious with you and chat while squatting. You can see the white nose has a big bubble. Just like MJ, we'll file it back down to something smaller and prettier real soon. I'm wearing this like an idiot again. This is pretty embarrassing.
You can see it's quite smooth along here, smooth here as well. Turn it around, and again, quite smooth. But the board is now watertight and it's got the right shape. So I think it may not even be necessary to do another layer of fiber cloth. Just adds extra weight, more hassle, and I just want to do a quick repair on this board, so nothing too difficult. What we'll do now is one final brush over of just the resin, and maybe add a little bit of the microfiber, the white dust into it as well, just for a little bit of extra strength. That final coat will just kind of seal the entire thing over, and also help smooth out any little bumps that may be left there.
We brush the final application over the board, let it harden, 5 minutes later, we begin sanding again. Use the 80 grit to smooth the big bumps, then 240, 360, 600 grits, in that order to make it smoother. Now this nose is as smooth as a baby's bottom. Hey, is it weird to say nose and baby's bottom in the same sentence? The board is now hard, strong, rigid, slippery. The board is now fixed. Now, remember, 1. Check your microphone next time. 2. Don't wear the mask on your head. 3. Beware goon of fortune. And 4. Wait. Wrong list. 1. Sand the board and remove loose glass. 2. Apply filler and or sheet of fibercloth and remove all bubbles. 3. Sand back down again to finish.
If any of the UQ surfers need help repairing their boards, you're welcome to come along and come over to my place. I'll help you out. Just need a little bit of money just to cover the cost of the materials, and that's it. Hopefully you don't have any boards that need repairing, but yeah, see you in the ocean.